So we have actually, now I'm back on track now. As you see me, I just left and now I'm back. We have a really special treat. All the way from Los Angeles, we have a fantastic writer in the house who has agreed to perform here tonight. She writes for the New York Times. She's had New York Times bestsellers. She's just a wonderful writer. She used to be a ballerina with Balanchine. And we're very, very lucky to have her here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together all the way from Tinseltown, Toni Bentley!
So nice to finally meet you, David. Yeah. Thanks for throwing me on so much at the last minute. I love going around. Okay, let me see. Hi, can you all hear me? Yeah. It's really great to be here. Yeah, I just flew in last night and I got the email about this reading, and so I wrote back to David that I was at a very highbrow event at the Paris Review around the corner, and I said, oh, I'd love to stop by and say hello, hint, hint. So he said, if you want to read something, so of course I said yes. Anyway, this is from my book, The Surrender, which some of you may know from a number of years ago, but caused quite a ruckus at the time. At the time, I wasn't allowed to read in Manhattan from this book. So it's nice that times have changed a little. I'm going to read just right from the beginning. I once loved a man so much that I no longer existed. All him, no me. Now I love myself just enough that no man exists. All me, no them. They all used to be God, and I used to be a figment of my own imagination. Now men are figments of my imagination. Same game, different positions. I don't know how to play any other way. Someone must be on top, someone on bottom. Side by side is a bore. I tried it once for a few wildly disorienting minutes. Equality negates progress, prevents action. But a top and a bottom, well, they can get to the moon and back before equals can negotiate who pays, who gets laid, and who gets the blame. My transformation, however, was not from bottom to top, but from bottom to bottom. From my wretched emotional submission to my blessed sexual submission. This is the story of my switch, and of paying its price. Very expensive, priceless. In the beginning of the book, I'm just going to continue from the beginning, it's called The Holy Fuck. His was first in my ass. I don't know the exact length, but it's definitely too big. Great audience. When I read in France, they took it so seriously. Just right. Too big is just right, that is. Of medium width, neither too slender nor too thick. Beautiful. My ass, tiny, a teenage boy's, tight and tightly wound. 25 years of winding as a ballet dancer. Since age 4, the age when I first declared war on my daddy. Turning out the legs from the hips just winds up that pelvic floor like a corkscrew. I worked my gut all my life at that ballet bar. Now it's being unworked. His cock, my ass, unwinding, divine. As he enters me, I let go, millimeter by millimeter, of the tensing, pulling, tightening, gripping. I am addicted to extreme physical endurance, the marathon of uncoiling intensity. I release my muscles, my tendons, my flesh, my anger, my ego, my rules, my sensors, my parents, my cells, my life. At the same time, I pull and suck and draw him inward, opening out and sucking in one thing. Bliss, I learned from being sodomized, is an experience of eternity in a moment of real time. Sodomy is the ultimate sexual act of trust. I mean, you could really get hurt if you resist. But pushing past that fear, by passing through it, literally, the joy that lies on the other side of convention, the peace that is past the pain. Going past the pain is key. Pleasure alone is mere temporary indulgence, a subtle distraction, and anesthetization while on the path to something higher, deeper, lower. Eternity lies far, far beyond pleasure and beyond pain. The edge of my ass is the sexual event horizon, the boundary to that beyond from which there is no escape. Not for me, anyway. I am, you see, a woman who has been in search of surrender my whole life, to find something, someone, to whom I could subsume my ego, my will, my miserable mortality. I tried various religions and various men. I even tried a religious man. And then he found me, the agnostic, who demanded my submission. Bend over, he'd say gently, firmly. I can hear it now, echoing in the bowels of my being. Ass fucking is the great anti-romantic gesture. Unless, of course, like me, your idea of romance begins with on your knees with your face in a pillow. Poetry, flowers, and promises of death do us till death do us part have no place in the backland. Ass entry involves the hard edge of truth, not the soft folds of sentimentality inherent in romantic love. But butt fucking is more intimate than pussy fucking. You risk showing your shit as metaphor and reality. You let a man into your bowels, your deepest space, the space that all of your life you were taught to ignore, hide, keep quiet about, and consciousness is born. Who needs diamonds, pearls, and furs? Those who've never been where I have been, the promised land, the kingdom. If you let a man ass fuck you, and only the truly sensitive lover should have that privilege, you will learn to trust not only him, but yourself, totally out of control. And beyond control lies God. Humiliation is my greatest devil, and when the eye of my terror is entered, I experience my fear as unfounded. It is through this physical surrender, this forbidden pathway, that I have found myself, my voice, my spirit, my courage, and the cackle of the crone. This is no feminist treatise about equality. This is the truth about the beauty of submission, the power in submission. To me, you see, I have happened upon the great cosmic joke, God's supreme irony. Enter the exit. Paradise waits.